Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, beautiful souls, beautiful people. Hello, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, whatever you want your title to be today is yours. Claim it. This is Mama Tank. I'm doing something a little different today. You guys may hear some background noise because I'm at a park, but I'm over here under one of my favorite trees, and it just so happened to be like right by the main interstate. It's right by the main interstate, right? A busy street. I don't even know if it's an interstate, but anyway, so we're right here on near a busy street. So you're gonna hear background noises from cars. I kind of like this area because, well, I'm not gonna say kinda. I like this area because it shows me like the movement and where people are going, where they're coming from. You get the feel of movement. I love the feel of movement. I like to come here, especially, to shake off whatever type of stagnant energy I might have going on, or, you feeling a little, mm, I'm going to say, too comfortable, right? So this just puts me in the environment of movement. So I like it here. This is my favorite park. I know you guys see me at like the soccer field and stuff like that, but this is actually my favorite park. It's a little windy today. Usually, when I come out here, the wind just starts going. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my elements. I love it, and it loves me. And with me, associate the wind with like clearing any negative energy, blowing away anything that does not serve my highest purpose, my highest power, my highest self. So I love it, and I love breathing it in. But nevertheless, we are here on day 10. We are here on day 10, and I wanted to do this. Um, I wanted to do day 10 live, right? I know I've been putting up the flyers and the information and stuff like that, but I wanted to do it live. The countdown to riches, the 21 days of wealth attracting habits. So today, day 10 is about the boomerang effect. So this really hit home with me. This really hit home with me. Hold on, let me make sure I'm camera ready. Hold on now. Y'all see the interstate? Okay, I've been doing my detoxes, so I wanted to make sure that my nose was good, my eyes are good and stuff like that because I'm in the park, so I didn't have a mirror, but I wanted to make sure that we were camera ready. But nevertheless, so today is day 10, the boomerang effect. It's all about you can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. So this really hit home with me, especially since I'm opening up my mentorship program. Well, not opening it. It is now opened. I've already acquired a few mentees, and yeah, it's getting busy. It's getting productive, and I realize that I have to give back. Right? I have to give back. I have to give back this knowledge that I have. I have to give back this information. It doesn't always have to be money, y'all. It can be service. Service. We're here to serve. We are servant leaders. So it resonated with me, especially when I see people that are I don't know, even struggling to pay the enrollment fee to get their credit done or anything like that. That kind of, I won't say bothers me, but it just empowers me to help them, right? It empowers me to help them, and then they will be able to pay it forward and help someone else, right? So this chapter, the boomerang effect, let me read a little bit about it, right? And you guys, thank you for chiming in today. Thank you for chiming in today. And don't forget to like, comment, and share if you feel like sharing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just all about helping a sister out with her algorithm and whatnot. Look at this park. It's so beautiful. Oh my God. But yeah, so at least like and comment. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Birth the Nation Network, please, because we are reaching out to more people. My mentees, my new set of mentees, I've already had one set of mentees. I do them 5 at a time, right? So when we get to number 5, we will start going live so that they can, we'll go live together so that they can tell you what their business is all about, so that they can, you know, so that we all can collectively grow together. I'll be showing up on some of their platforms. They'll be showing up on mine, and we just, that's how we grow, right? That's what we do. So I'm super excited about the 2 that I have so far. So I have 3 more spots open. I have 3 more spots open for the mentorship program where you get to use my software, the Birth the Nation Network software, right? So it's all about that boomerang effect, because what you put out, you get back, right? And it could also be associated with karma. There's good karma, and then there's the other karma. I'm not going to say good or bad, because there really is no good or bad. It is what it is, right? So we just have to take it. I know when I was going through here's a little story time, y'all. Going through my dark night of the soul and all this other stuff, I said, you know what? I told my daughter, I said, I'm just going to roll with the punches. I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to feel guilty about it, because all this is, and what resonated with me is that it was residual karma, right? It was residual karma that I had to go through, period, point blank. I couldn't fight it. I had to go through it, period, point blank. I don't know if the karma was from generations back, my ancestors or whatever, but it didn't feel good. But I had to go through it. And I had to reflect, like, where is this coming from? I didn't sit there. I just accepted it and be like, this too shall pass. So you guys, give yourself some grace. This too shall pass. Whatever you're going through, it will pass. And then you'll be able to have the freeness and the freedom. You'll be able to help so many more people. But we can't help people until we help ourselves, right? You won't be good to anybody if you are not first good to yourself and for yourself. All right, so it's just saying here in the chapter, whatever you send out in thought, word, or deed, it comes back to you just like a boomerang. And when there's strong emotion behind what is sent out, what comes back is multiplied. So we're actually talking about wealth, right? So whether we're talking about or speaking about ourselves or someone else, the energy boomerang of what we send out returns to us. And whether we're thinking or speaking about something we want or something we don't want, it returns to us. So again, we have to be mindful of what we speak about. Like when you're like, I don't want this, or I don't like this job, or that, it's going to come back multiplied. So don't get surprised when you lose that job or you lose whatever you're saying you don't want. So concentrate on what you want, what you desire. Flip that around when you find something negative in your spirit, or not really negative, something that is not going to serve your higher self. Let's put it like that. Flip it around into something positive, right? So the idea was that in giving money to others, I would feel some positive feelings about money instead of the usual negative feeling of worry, fear, or resistance. So I'm not saying go out here and give your whole life savings or drain your bank account and give it to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Until you master that, you know that it's going to return to you. It may not come on time. I mean, it may not come when you want it, but it's always going to come on time, right? So I wouldn't say do anything foolish like that. But like if you feel it in your heart and your spirit, it's okay to give. And when you give, we're still practicing that habit. When you're giving, you're actually giving to receive. You're receiving instead of giving. So we're not looking at it as we're giving, we're looking at it as if we're receiving. Because an open hand can receive better than a closed fist. I'll say that again. An open hand can receive better than a closed fist. Y'all get where I'm coming from? You picking up what I'm putting down? Mama Tank has stepped in the building, baby. Mama Tank has stepped in the building. So that's really what this chapter 10 is about. It's about the boomerang effect. So be mindful of your thoughts, and just know that you give it away so that you'll feel good about money, right? money doesn't like to be held captive. You know what I'm saying? And just remember, whatever you send out in thought, word, or deed, it comes back to you. And with strong feeling, it will come back multiplied. So watch yourself when it comes to anger. Man, I really had to come out here to this park today because, oh my goodness, I had an experience in an Airbnb. Right now, I'm sharing a shared space at an Airbnb because I'm not really I'm not going to say stationary, but I hop around so much. I'm like, I don't really need all this space to myself. And then, of course, I'm managing my budget, my money, as I should, as we all should. I'm not trying to look cool for the gram or anything like that. So I'm doing what I need to do because I'm building a legacy, not a label. I'm building a legacy, not a show front for Instagram, because none of that stuff I could take with me. You know, I have the houses, I have the cars, I have the money, but that does not make a person. What really makes a person is what's in your heart. And I've learned that the hard way. I don't want to be on here showboating the cars no more, or the homes and all that stuff, because that, I had all that. I have all that, right? And I still wasn't happy because it was not really who I am. Like, when you go to the core, if it's not really who you are, it's not. And I was done being fake, phony, putting on this show, you know, for another company so that they can get richer while I'm dead ass tired, right? So I am so free now. I'm so happy, and my relationships are getting better, you know, because I'm being more intentional with who I rock with and who rocks with me. Man, life is just good. Life is just good. Life is good when you escape the matrix. I'm telling you. But anyway, so this is the 21-day wealth attracting habit journey with Birth the Nation Network. Today is day 10. And what we were talking about, for you guys that are just tuning in, we're talking about something powerful, which is the boomerang effect, right? And what you send out, it actually comes back. What you think about, you know, think about a boomerang. You throw it out and eventually it returns, right? That same principle can show up in our thoughts, our words, our actions, and the energy that we put into the world. So, like I said, I came out here today at the park. Let me finish my story because I had an experience. I'm in a shared environment, and it was just this one guy that was following me around. If I open my door, he opens his door. He's like just following me around, and I know people are, especially the darkness, is attracted to my light. But like, damn, like give me some space, you know. Especially they're talking about the C word, the C virus coming back around. So I'm in my kitchen making my holistic health food products. All I boiled last night was cinnamon, and then I did rosemary for my hair. I do my own rose water for my hair. And he's all like, "Oh, you're inconsiderate. Your products stink." What stinks about cinnamon? What stinks about rosemary, you miserable person? And I had to tell him how I felt about his whole situation because I've been patient and I've been kind, but he did have to get cussed out last night. Period, point blank, and poop. Because just because people are spiritual, it does not mean that we always got to be that kumbaya person. You remember who you are internally. Yes, I know who I am, but I also know who I'm not. Don't F around and find out. And so that's where he was last night. So, and he was shocked to hear it from me, you know, and I was like, nah, nah, no. And so, needless to say, the owners did put him out today because they know who I am. They know that I don't even roll like that. I'm quiet. I keep to myself. I serve my community. I serve my people. I do my lives. I cook my health food because I'm 59 and I'm not on no meds and I don't plan to be on no meds, right? I take care of me. So I make sure that the Airbnbs that I stay in or whatever, that they do have an available kitchen that I can use. I don't want the whole house. I don't need the whole house. And I'm not going to spend money just because I can. I'm not going to do that. I teach people about financial health. So financial health is just being mindful of your spending. That way I can reinvest that money back into my business. Not for show, but I'm reinvesting it back into my business. And that way I could take on, like, Say like I want to put or give to a client that maybe doesn't have the money. I'm going to pay for that. If I feel if I feel it in my heart to do that, then I can do that. I'd rather put my money there than a whole big ass Airbnb and it's just me. I don't need to do that, and I won't do that. I don't do that anymore, and it makes me feel good because now I have more money that I can give back. So that's my boomerang effect. So that's just one example. So yeah. So let me see what I have here. I do have some notes. Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. So today I want you to ask yourself, what am I sending out? Ask yourself, what am I sending out? And I hope you guys can hear me good. It's real busy. So just ask yourself, what am I sending out? Am I constantly sending out fear? I can't afford it. Nothing ever works for me. I'm too old. Nobody will support me. Or am I sending out possibility? That's what we want to send out. We want to send out possibility. And I want you to speak these type of words or language over yourself. You know, even if you don't know something, it kind of irks me when people are like, I'm a terrible this or I'm a terrible that. Don't speak that stuff over you, because words are the death and the life of the tongue. You know, the tongue is could be the death or the life of you. So watch what you speak over yourself, and don't let nobody else speak anything over you. If you can control it, you can control it. But I let people do what they do, but then I'll be like, you're not gonna speak that over me. That is not my portion, and I say that out loud. Okay, so watch that, all that stuff. So start speaking like, say, I can learn, I can grow, I can build, I can change, I can create something different. I have something even powerful because y'all know that the most powerful words in the universe are I am. So you know what I'm saying? So you can put I am growth, I am built, I am change, I am wise, right? I am creating something different, you know? Now, let's connect this all to wealth because you know I'm all the holistic health, wealth, and relationship coach. So, wealth isn't just about how much money you can receive, it's also about the value that you create, right? So, what problem can you solve? We're problem solvers, which is hence one of the reasons why I'm one of the best mentors on the face of this planet. And I do have the best mentors, right? I have the best mentors on the face of this planet, and I'm super proud to be a part of this journey with them. So, wealth isn't just about how much money you can receive, it's also about the value that you create, right? What problem can you solve? What can you teach? Who can you help? What can you create, right? One of the quotes from today's chapter, it actually says, you can have everything in life that you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. That's really, really profound and powerful to me because business is about creating value, period, point blank. So you don't build a successful business by simply asking people for their money. I've learned that from experience. You build it by solving problems, teaching, creating, serving, connecting, and helping people get results. That's the boomerang effect. Now, remember what you put out has a way of coming back. Now, I want to be clear. I want to be perfectly clear. I'm not saying that if you simply think about $1 million, that $1 million is going to magically appear in your bank account. Wealth requires action, y'all. It requires financial literacy. It requires discipline. Like I told you, I'm being very disciplined when it comes to my finances, like the Airbnb that I'm in. It's a shared Airbnb, and I don't have a problem with it as long as I have my own bathroom. That's all I need, right? So, and then I can cook when I want to cook because half of the time I'm not even cooking. But when I do want to cook or make my sea moss and my different teas and stuff like that, I want to have that ability. So I have that, and I'm fine with it. So it requires discipline. It also requires strategy. It also requires making better decisions. See, that's a decision that I made. So what better decisions are you guys making today? Huh? But let me let you know something that your mindset can either support those actions or sabotage them. That's what you would call self sabotaging. Hold on, I'm going to get me some water. You guys aren't going to believe this, but as we speak, I know I was on pause for a minute and I'm back. But as we speak, that was one of my potential credit clients that said that she was having a little difficulty even signing a credit agreement or even to making the payments. But before that, she had a few referrals that she was referring to me. And I said, I'd rather do this. I'd rather do this instead of you saying that you can't, or you don't have the available funds to work on your credit. How about let's meet tonight? She's like, oh, no, no, I'm on my lunch break. I'm going to call you tonight. I said, how does this sound? How would you feel? Because I know you have some referrals. How would you feel about me showing you how to use my software so that you can make an extra stream of income? That way you won't be in this slump. You won't have to worry about the light bill, the gas bill, and everything that she named off to me just now. And she was in a position where she had to make decisions. So she's gonna call me back to. So that might be my third mentee, right? That's how I do it. That's how I do it, and I teach them how they don't have to come up with the mentorship fee up front. I show them how they can do it on the back end. We're gonna help people first, and then you can worry about me later. I'm not pressed, right? But my people are. So that's the problem. That's the problem I'm going to solve for her. So I love how the universe works for me. I love it. I love it. I love how the universe works for them because that lady didn't have to call me like that to, I wouldn't say embarrass herself. She's being very transparent. So kudos to her. I'm super proud of her. Oh my God, this is amazing. See that boomerang effect. You guys see how I'm serving and then immediately it comes back like lightning. I'm just breathing in that good prana. Oh my God. Yes, I love it. All right. So anyway, so that was done in real time. That was not planned or anything like that. So today I want you to pay attention to what you're saying to yourself. Okay. And I'm not even going to read these things out that I have here on my notes, where you're consistently saying anything like you're behind or you broke. I know you're being transparent, just like the lady that just got off the phone with me. She was telling me, but she didn't. She never said she was broke. She never said she was behind. She just said I have some financial situations that I have to put in alignment before I make any commitments to fixing my credit. See what I'm saying? Those are the type of people that I attract. Yeah, so I'm gonna help her because I want to help her because I heard her whole spirit and her whole mindset. So just be mindful and do things, replace any negative thoughts with something more empowering, like I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm becoming financially stronger, I'm capable of making better decisions, I can create value, I can build wealth. And like I said, you can replace that I can into I am. Those are the two most powerful words in the universe. Okay. So that's what I wanted to come on here and share with you guys today. Oh, this is my water that I'm taking a sip of. It has chlorophyll in it. It has chlorophyll in it. And I'm doing my tea, so my nose is like draining a lot, which is pretty cool because that means my pineal gland is clearing, right? So I'm on some stuff to put in my pineal gland. My nose just drips a little bit. It has like a little bit of drip, but that's cool. And then my eyes water as well. So that means that my pineal gland and my nasal cavity is decalcifying. And I love it. I love it. I love it. So it's all clear. So I know that there's nothing, and I know that there's nothing like crazy about it. It's all clear water like coming out. So that's cool. That just means that my system is decalcifying itself. But nevertheless, I went up on a whole health tangent because that's what I do, baby. That's what I do because our health is our wealth, right? And our mindset is our reality. So this is Mama Tank. I just wanted to hop on here real quick and do day 10 of our read the countdown to riches 21 days of wealth attracting habits. And I can feel my nose. But anyway, and I can feel my spirit. I am so happy and grateful that everything always works out so well for me. I am so happy and grateful that all of my friends and family are successful and they add value to my life. I am so happy and grateful that I am wise enough to know the difference. I am so happy and grateful that I am obedient to the Most High. I am so happy and grateful that my children are healthy and free. I am so happy and grateful that my ancestors are walking alongside me to give me the strength, the ability, the wisdom, and the knowledge to share with you guys. I love each and every one of you. Continue to be great on purpose. I'm going to sit back here and finish my water, read a little bit more, and then I'm headed back to the office. Today is cleanup day. So, boom. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.